Good morning. We are going to be discussing Chapter 7, which is Bacteria and Viruses. What are we going to be discussing about bacteria and viruses? We are going to talk about bacteria and archaebacteria. We're going to talk about the bacteria's role in the world. We'll be talking about viruses and their cycle. Let's begin with bacteria. What is basic to know about bacteria? What are the two kingdoms or domains of bacteria? The shapes of bacteria. We are going to describe the characteristics of bacteria, and we are going to know how they reproduce. For example, bacteria consist of single-cell or unicellular organisms. They are considered the oldest forms of life on Earth and the most numerous. Bacteria comes in three basic shapes: cocci, which are spherical, bacilli, which are rod-shaped, and spirilla, which are long and spiral-shaped. Each shape helps bacteria in a different way. Let's see some characteristics of bacteria. Bacteria have no nucleus. That's why they are called prokaryotic cells. And prokaryotes reproduce by a process called binary fission, in which one single-cell organism splits into two single-cell organisms. In this process, the cell grows. It increases in size. On the second step, the DNA is copied or replicated. In step number 3, each copy of DNA moves to opposite sides of the cell. And in number 4, the cell will split in two until two identical cells result. This looks a little bit like mitosis, but it's not. Bacteria are very small compared to a human cell. Bacteria are the most numerous organisms on Earth. They are divided into two big groups or domains: bacteria or eubacteria and archaea or archaebacteria. Let's talk about the domain archaebacteria for a second. Archaebacteria live on harsh or extreme environments. Those are environments where no other living thing can live, like animals or people. Most archaebacteria prefer environments where there is little or no oxygen. For example, extreme heat, very salty environments, and environments with a lot of methane gas. Now, we are going to explain how life on Earth depends on bacteria. We are going to see ways in which bacteria are useful to people. And we will describe ways in which bacteria can be harmful to people. In what way bacteria is good for the environment? One of the ways is nitrogen fixation, which is bacteria that can take the nitrogen gas from the environment and change it to a form that the plants can use. Those bacteria are usually in the roots of the plant. Bacteria can recycle. They can decompose or break down dead plants and animal matter. which make nutrients available for other living things. They can clean up using microorganisms such as bacteria to change harmful chemicals into harmless ones. That is called bioremediation. Bioremediation can be used to clean up hazardous waste and oil spills. It is very useful in contaminated soil. In what ways bacteria are good for people? There is bacteria in your food, like for example many common foods such as cheese, yogurt, sour cream are made with the help of bacteria. Bacteria can also help us make medicines. For example, antibiotics. Many antibiotics are made by bacteria. Another medication that is made from or can be made from bacteria is insulin. And genetic engineering changes the genes of bacteria or any other living thing. Scientists can now engineer bacteria or manipulate the genes of bacteria to make many products. For example, insecticides, cleansers, and adhesives. Bacteria can be harmful also. They can be pathogenic. A pathogenic bacteria are bacteria that can cause disease by getting inside a host organism and taking nutrients from the cells. Bacteria can also cause diseases in other organisms as well as in people. For example, pathogenic bacteria can attack plants, animals, protists, fungi, and even other bacteria. For example, Salmonella is responsible for food poisoning or gastroenteritis. As you can see, all the microbes or microorganisms or bacteria have a scientific name because they are living things. In this table we can see a list of human bacterial diseases. For example, sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis and gonorrhea, respiratory diseases like pneumonia and tuberculosis, skin diseases like acne can be also caused by bacteria. Digestive tract diseases like gastroenteritis and cholera can be caused by bacteria. Nervous system diseases like meningitis and other diseases. But all the bacterial diseases can be treated or cured with antibiotics. After looking and studying this video, you will look to Google Classroom and answer a 10-question quiz. The scores will be recorded in the platform. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.